Greetings, Commanders, and welcome on in to Supercruise News episode 47. I am Zach, one of the community managers here on Elite Dangerous, and I'm also joined by Mr. Bruce Garrido. How are you doing today, Bruce?
Oh seven Zach and oh 07 everyone. I just realized I'm very poorly lit. I'm going to try and play around with that. But
Okay.
yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I'm very excited to be here as always. We hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone in the chat.
Who we got? We've got Sephiron, 07. We've got the Rex, 07. Marcus Dean, 07. Going fast today. Game Then Grave, 07. Quill Monkey, hello, hello. And on your end, Bruce?
Yeah, so Yagashira is here. The Rex, Marcus Dean, oh 07 to all of you. Tail Gunner, Blue Crystal Beast, Osric and Heather, our wonderful mods, oh 07 to both of you. Hello, the Burrs are here. 0707. Lots of names, lots of
Yes.
people.
Someone said that my cupboard door is open. It's not. It's not open. It's very much closed. So thanks for that warning, but it is in fact closed. Don't worry about my cupboard. Okay, so
Worry about what's inside it.
the boiler, if you want to know.
Oh, okay,
Boiler
not
cupboard.
skeletons.
No skeletons in this closet.
Okay.
So yeah, welcome on in. Welcome to Super Cruise News episode 47. This is our bi-weekly show where we talk about everything that's happening in the world of Elite Dangerous. And that can be anything from game development to community stuff, which we've got quite a nice few videos of today. And also to do that, we have a look at stellar screenshots that you've been sending in, and then if we've got time, we jump into the game. A few people saying Sally looks a lot like Bruce today. That is because due to a last-minute change, Sally's actually very busy today, because there is something happening tomorrow that Sally likes to help us out with the old patch notes. So Sally is busy at the moment. So we do have. Is it an upgrade or a downgrade, chat? We've got Bruce
You
with
know,
us.
you know when you order from the supermarket for delivery because you're feeling a bit too lazy to go around and push the
And they give
trolley
you a
and do your
substitute.
shop, and they substitute your food, and it's never quite the same. So you get some like inferior version of what you wanted. Hello, everyone. Sally's had a pretty serious make under this week, but well, I say this week, she will be back on Thursday evening for our other stream. So yes, I will have to do for today, everyone. Apologies in advance.
Indeed. Okay. So should we get started, Bruce, or is there anything else on your agenda you want to mention before we get going?
No, I shouldn't think so. Let's just get right into it.
Cool. So let's start off then with what we just talked about. So update 7 for Odyssey is due tomorrow. It's going to be releasing tomorrow at around 11 a.m. BST, which I think is 10 a.m. UTC, or is it the other way around? I think it's 10 a.m. UTC, right?
Yes,
That will
that's
know.
correct.
That's correct. Okay, cool. So yeah, look forward to that in the morning. There will be some downtime for the server beforehand. And we'll put out a post about that so you're well in the know for that, don't worry. And alongside that, there will also be a quality of life patch for Horizons players on all platforms, which will go out at the same time. It's worth noting, seen a bit of confusion. This is not the patch for Horizons that is going to merge the two games and the planetary tech. This is just a quality of life patch where we're bringing over some of the changes that we've made from Odyssey, since the Odyssey launch and the updates into the Horizons version of the game. Yeah, chat of that I'm correct with 10 a.m. UTC, which is nice. Not Thursday, no, it is Wednesday. Sounds like update 7 sounds very mysterious, like it's an agent name in a particular spy film series. Can't imagine what film series with a spy in it has the number 7, but maybe you're right.
No, but oh 07 to that player. Although the contents of the update should be far less mysterious. We're going to talk a little bit about them in today's stream. Some of the details you might have heard before if you're tuned in and checked out our development update and some of the other comms that we've put out. But we will go over some of those today as well.
Yeah. Paul is in chat saying 007, you mean, with the old 07. Thanks, Paul. Okay, so let's talk about it then. So update 7, alongside the features that we've talked about, so things like the anti-air turrets, etc., there are going to be a whole host of fixes and patches that, as you've probably noticed, each one of these updates tends to have a very, very large amount of changes that goes in. So you can look forward to the full list tomorrow, but we've got a decent amount that we're going to just sort of read through today, just to give you a bit of a heads up as some of the fixes that you can expect to see tomorrow. Okay, should we get started then, Bruce?
Let's do it, Zach.
Okay, I'm going to read them out, chat. We might just read straight through these. Maybe there'll be something we want to add as we go. Don't worry. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Some of the highlights. So ANDCAS is going to be re-added. That's mutually exclusive to FSR. Enforcer units are now present in conflict zones, which is going to make things interesting, Bruce. The old rocket troops, I want to call them, are going to be in the game.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is going to make conflict zones a bit more spicy, especially for those players who have been saying, well, this is too easy. You're going to get blown up a little bit more than you would have before.
Yeah, especially if you go in an SRV. I believe that they will sort of prioritize somebody that's in an SRV, right? So they'll, if you're used to, going in your SRV and sort of sweeping up the conflict zone, maybe you can still do that, but it's certainly going to be more difficult. You might have to focus those enforcer units first. But that's also with all the things going on above, with the ships fighting above the conflict zones, and obviously the AA turrets also. So it's going to be, definitely recommend one of the first things you do tomorrow if you're around a system that is, at war. I would check out a conflict zone. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. We're upping the heat on vehicular attacks on settlements for sure.
Yeah. Okay, next up, so increased module and bookmark storage. So these are both going to be increased up to 200. This limit is only for personal bookmarks, so squadron bookmarks have not been changed. They'll stay as they were, but you will now get a nice personal bookmark limit of 200 and a module limit of 200, and that applies to Odyssey and Horizons players across all platforms, I believe. Which I know is one that people have been asking for a while, Bruce, so it's nice to get that one out of the door.
Yeah, definitely. Very pleased to see that. And I know a lot of our commanders in the chat will be as well.
Nice. So Putting Up 99 says, there were max bookmarks. Yeah, I believe. Oh man, I can't. Chat will know. I can't remember what the cap is now. Is it like 100, maybe? Because I haven't reached the cap on my own account either, to be honest. But someone in the chat will tell you, don't worry. Okay, next up, we fixed the issue with how damage is applied to Fargoids in order to fix the old Fargoid heart appearing to become invincible issue. So, as we actually did, unfortunately, run across this bug on Tuesday. But yeah, the Fargoid heart problem should be a thing of the past, and that's going to be applied to both Odyssey and Horizons on all platforms. So yeah, we're looking forward to that one. As we've said in the past, with things like this, we are going to leave it open for a short time after the fix goes live, just to monitor, see what you all say, make sure it's working, etc. And then, if it is, we'll close it. Will the extended module storage also apply to Horizons? Yes, it will. People are giving you some. People are saying Bruce once beat me up and took my lunch money, says Marcus Aurelius. What is this sort of negative? This persona that Bruce has gathered through his actions on stream has now spread to. You're now committing crimes against chat, Bruce.
I'm such a villain in the community's eyes, and I don't really know how this has come to be the case. I think my reputation has now preceded me.
It does seem to be the case, to be honest. Next up, we have fixed an issue that prevented viewing and signing up to community goals. This was one where you either need to fully off and on again or go into Horizons in order to sign up for a community goal. This one should now be fixed in update 7. Along that, on a similar note, we've also fixed an issue that caused community goals to be removed from a commander if you wanted to abandon a mission. Sometimes you would go to abandon a normal mission, and sometimes the game would abandon a community goal by accident. That is also going to be fixed. People are calling you a super villain in chat. People are saying Bruce is such a villain that got torpedoed right out of the station. So That was actually my fault. If you're referring to our old flight assist off challenge, I did in fact boost into Bruce as he was trying to get into the station, and I did end up. We both blew up, I believe, in that instance.
We got very wedged in the mail slot.
That
Astro
was a good time.
Syndicate says, I once stole their Honda Civic and threw their Destiny's Child CD out the window. I don't regret it. No apologies necessary.
Okay, next up, we've added a fix for engineers that sometimes take materials but a bit greedy and do not apply the modification that you asked for. So that one will be fixed tomorrow in update 7.2. In terms of lighting, we've made improvements to light that was leaking into some dock hangers, which caused them to appear a bit over bright. So let us know, dock hangers should look a bit more natural tomorrow. We've also added additional improvements to space station exterior lighting and emissives, and improvements to fleet carrier lighting, so things like pads are better lit. So again, like we've mentioned before, we are going to be closing, or we may have already closed the top issue tracker issue in terms of lighting, which was very general, where it was saying lighting needs fixes in Odyssey. And so that will basically free up a lot of your votes so that then you can go in, if you do have specific issues with lighting from now on, make sure to vote on that specific issue in the issue tracker, or make one if it's not there. That way we can actually get straight to the specifics that you're asking for, which will make everything a lot easier moving forward. But we're pretty happy that most of the lighting issues are now resolved. Fishbone says, cool, glad about the carrier lighting, nice.
I see a question about the thermal conduit issue. Last time Arf said devs are looking into it. Yes, that's still the case. So it turns out it's not quite as simple as we'd have hoped. It's very much being investigated. We are on top of it. When we have more to share about it, then we will let you know.
Yep. Bruce has zoned out. He's looking evil. Tell you what. Okay, next up. Rebalance mission availability so that missions that should be less available based on a faction's current state don't unintentionally suppress the availability of other missions that are. In layman's terms, this should result in improved support mission availability among other types of missions, which I know that is one that the community were asking for. There was a bit of this was on the top 20 list, that support missions were scarce and hard to find. That should be resolved tomorrow. Olaf is in the chat, also providing some fuel to the fire. Bruce once called for my help, then ran me over in his SRV. Any comment, Bruce? Or...
Yeah, that was a good one.
Nice. And let's leave it at that, I guess. Nothing much to add. Okay, next up on my long list, we've got... Still going...
Sorry, it's tickled me now.
Bruce once shot me in the back whilst I was taking a picture, says Arthur. True. Next up, various optimizations made to AI pathfinding and navigation. Optimizations to glass shaders that are used in ships and guardian fighters, and the glass shaders that are used on social spaces and settlements. Loading time will be significantly decreased for system map when you open it in a system with settlements present. There are some minor terrain optimizations. Next up, improvements to the aliasing seen on planet surfaces. A fix for artifacting that could appear on the planet surface when moving closer to it. But it is worth noting that with all that stuff in terms of optimization and anti-aliasing, that all continues to be investigated. I'm trying to read out these patch notes for update 7. I've got Arthur in the chat putting us off, and I've got Bruce laughing on the side. You know what, Bruce? You can carry on.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, where did we get up to?
I see. We were up to the optimizations and the anti-aliasing. They're going to be going into update 7.
Oh no, I have to find that on the list, and I have to continue from there.
We'll wait, chat.
Anti-aliasing on planet surfaces. Yes. Okay, I can continue from there. Sorry, it's just if I keep reading the chat, I'm not going to be able to behave. Okay, so So remaining fixes that are going in, there's a fix for artifacting that could appear on the planet's surface when moving closer to it. You'll notice in general that planets are going to look a lot better, especially with the anti-aliasing stuff combined with this one. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to share a before and after with you all very soon. Just to sort of stress this point. I have seen the before and afters. It's just a question of sort of cleaning it up and editing it in such a way that it's going to be shareable, probably on our social channels. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so there are going to be some. Oh, so we're down to the power play thing.
Yeah. I can tackle this if you want, Bruce.
Sure. Go on.
Okay. So there are going to be some changes to income. I think specifically CC income earned in power play that's going to go out tomorrow in update 7. We will be putting a post out with a table that explains these changes. That should go out definitely prior to the update. It should go out this afternoon / later this evening. So keep an eye out for that. That's got some changes to CC income in power play. But when we have more info on that specifically, because we know it's a big topic, and if we were to get into power play on the stream right now, we'd probably be here for 4 or 5 hours maybe. We're just going to put it out in a forum post, and then we'll let you know. Probably we'll tweet it out, and you'll be able to find it on the forums too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is all it's not all, it's a fraction of the changes that are going in update 7, and the Horizon changes that are going in tomorrow. Obviously make sure to keep an eye out tomorrow for the patch notes in full, but hopefully that was a nice little taste of what's to come tomorrow. Should we more people accusing you of stuff in chat, but I'm just going to move on. Let's recap.
Maybe for the best.
Let's recap, Bruce. What has been happening in the world of Elite Dangerous, specifically in terms of maybe the Azimuth saga or that kind of thing? What's been happening, Bruce?
Sure. So for anyone who hasn't caught up or would like to catch up on the whole Azimuth saga, it's all written up on the forums in a pinned post under the news and sort of the general section. But yes, most recently, the Cornsar system was attacked by Thargoids after Salvation predicted it. Aegis sort of disregarded this prediction as unreliable intel, but then it did in fact come to pass.
Yeah.
So commanders have been fighting back Thargoids in the system and discovered Guardian materials adrift amongst some of the aftermath. Since then, Salvation asked players to deliver basic medicines, promising that they could remove the Thargoid threat from the system, which seems to have been the case, as all Thargoids have since vanished, replaced with lots of crashed Thargoid ship sites in that system.
So it looks
which is very curious.
Looks like they were successful in their task, and the basic medicines that were delivered were probably quite influential in that outcome.
Yeah, basic medicines, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that was really interesting to keep an eye on over the weekend. I've been following along with the actions of players and seeing what players are up to, and how your feedback has been really useful for that event in terms of how we introduce certain mechanics to the game and things like that. So thank you everyone that took part in that. In fact, actually, if I go to the content holder, bear with me 1 second. So this commander, Just Laz, created this on the forums as a sort of badge for sort of anti-Thargoid propaganda, I guess. Together we will defeat them. Nice little badge from Just Laz on the forums. But it is worth mentioning, Bruce, that whilst there were a lot of commanders who were, on board with Salvation's plans and, really interested and really taking part in taking down the Thargoids, there were also a good number of commanders who are kind of a bit suspicious of Salvation and maybe are pro-Thargoid. So there are a lot of commanders that we did take note of, and we are aware of commanders that picked up some of these medicines, Bruce, and just dumped them. So it's interesting to know that we do have this divide between the commanders in the galaxy. Some players do, are following Salvation, do think that this is going to be a successful outcome, and there's some players that aren't quite sure. So it's a good little balance we've got going on at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. I'm enjoying seeing various commanders settle into their own sort of camps, almost pro-salvation, anti-salvation. Even right now, I'm seeing some pro-Thargoid people in the chat, maybe some Far God cultists, saying that we don't even need to be doing all of this and that they're not the enemy. That's great. That's exactly the kind of thing we want to see in the discussions we want to encourage with the evolving narrative.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you. As I said, thank you everybody for taking part for one, and then giving us the really great feedback, both positive and negative, things that we can improve upon on this kind of thing going forward. It's all really useful. So yeah, thank you. And there's much more to come on this front that we can't say much more right now, but trust me, it's going to be nice. It's going to be good.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Next up, Bruce. We're going to quickly talk about a competition that you have been putting together. Do you want to give us a bit of a heads up on what's coming up on that front?
Sure. It's almost unfair to say I've been putting it together. I am but the mouthpiece for our wonderful narrative team on this one.
That's fair.
So as a little teaser, I won't say more than this about the CG that's coming this week, but there is in fact a CG being added on Thursday. It's going to be exploration focused this time. So in line with that, we're going to be running a competition on the forums. It will run for the same period of time, Thursday to Thursday. And it's going to be an opportunity to get your name in the game. So how much more can I say than that? We're going to be adding a number of tourist beacons to the game based on locations that you submit. All of the details will be posted at the same time that the CG goes out on Thursday. So what will qualify as a eligible system and all the details that you'll need to supply will go out at that time. But yes, if you're interested in that, do keep an eye out for it.
I saw somebody ask in chat about whether the weapon will be available just on Thursday or just if you participated in the current event. So the plan is for the Gauss weapon that is going to be added. Obviously, it was recommended that you take part in the event if you're interested, but it will be available later down the line as well. Like I won't say too much more, but don't worry if you missed out now. You will be able to get this Gauss weapon later, because we did hear your feedback saying that sometimes it's not great if you really wanted this exclusive CG weapon, and unfortunately you were away for the weekend that it was on or something. So we do know that we've made some changes. So moving forward, things like that, we will try and make sure when possible that you can get them at a later date too. So yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, people very excited about that, Bruce. Your little competition. That's going to be fun.
Yes, no, it's a very nice opportunity. Like I say, it will tie in nicely with the community goal as well, so you'll be able to sort of fulfill both at the same time, essentially. So they'll go hand in hand.
Yeah. Lucas Berger says, what will be the stats for the engineered Gauss if you can talk? Well, I can't talk because I don't have them to hand, but I will say that we have taken a lot of feedback recently on board from players, specifically who take part in anti-Xeno combat. So they have given us some numbers and we've tested it ourselves and stuff like that. So we're taking that sort of feedback on board in terms of what players expect and what players would like out of weapons, and then we're going to mix all that together with what we know, and that's going to be used moving forward to sort the stats out on these weapons. So when we have more, we'll tell you, but I don't know off the top of my head the actual numbers. Okay. One of the community managers mentioned we'll be considering commander emotes. Any updates on that? No updates on emotes at the moment. Thargoid hybrid or human pilotable ship. That would be cool. I'd like to see that at some point. May we have a specific live stream about science and how we can improve and develop better tools for exploring the galaxy for the future in Elite Universe? Maybe. That'll be pretty fun. We might be able to get some devs on for that kind of thing. That'd be cool.
I am intrigued by the idea.
Yeah. Any updates on Megaship interiors? Not today. We'll have more updates on that as soon as we are able to. But they are looking pretty nice. I will say that much. Okay. Let's move on. Oh yeah, so we're still looking for submissions for our upcoming Elite Sports Stunt Show, which I am very excited for. We've actually got quite a lot of submissions in that have been coming in, so thank you everybody that has submitted already. it's very much appreciated. But we're still looking for more. I believe we set the close date as the end of September, so you still got a bit of time to get in game and get your stunt in. If you do submit a video that qualifies, you will earn an exclusive SRB paint job, which is this one. I can't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, and I should have written this down, but I'm an idiot, chat, so I didn't. It's definitely something blue.
It's the Pulse Blue.
Pulse Blue. That's the one. But yeah, this is the one that you can earn if you submit a qualifying video. You don't even have to be shown on our stream. As long as you submit something that qualifies, we'll send you across this SRB paint job, which is very nice.
That's right. I think we have a Moobot command for our Twitch viewers, don't we? If they're interested in earning themselves one of these.
!stunt. STUNT. When can we expect the next developer update? Typically, they're at the end of every month.
Yes, that's right.
Arthur has said there'll be more info on Megachips in our end of the month developer update.
Nice. Yeah, we tend to do a stream where we go through everything that was in the developer update, which I expect will be on the 30th, which is a Thursday.
Yeah, around then, yeah. Okay, time for some community bits, Bruce. Obviously, chat, feel free to keep asking your questions as we go. So first up, Bruce, we've got a bit of a jump scare. This is from Commander Dingo Pool on Reddit. Chat, let me know about audio as always. I've been victim of one of these jump scares in the past. It's certainly frightening. There it is. Your fuel scoop seems to turn on and off like instantly because you're going so fast past that sort of secondary star.
Wow.
Because obviously the FSD is sort of targeting the neutron star. You just blitz straight past that other star, and that's
crazy.
Not a pleasant experience, I'm sure, for Dingo Pool, but they made it. They survived.
Very nice. I want to take this chance to answer a question from Jet Black asking if the Mbuni permit will be available to those who couldn't play the past weekend. I believe the intention is to add a way to earn that permit on an ongoing basis, but I can double check that with the narrative team.
Yeah, that is. I want to say yes, that's correct. So yeah, I think.
Pretty certain, but want to make sure.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got a bit of some black hole footage. This one is from TechnoTom74 on Reddit. And apparently we get to see a nice little warp of the galactic plane through the black hole. It's pretty nice.
Well, I'm gonna go check that out later.
Wait for it to pop up. Here it comes. Oh,
that's
wow,
really nice.
It's really
cool.
Man, this place is crazy.
Imagine that in VR, said Giuseppe as well. He was talking about the jump scare from earlier. I agree. That would be something for sure.
How about that?
That was crazy.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice black hole there.
I mean, even this in VR would be pretty spooky. I remember the first time I visited a black hole in game without VR. I don't know, I got the space fear, which we sort of talked about in the past on stream.
Yep. Next up, we've got a bit of a video just exploring some void hearts. I might skip through this one, it's a bit long, but I just wanted to show it because this is something that was probably not possible before the camera suite changes. So again, if you're still looking for things to do with the new camera suite, check out maybe some of the notable stellar phenomena and see what sort of new angles and new intricacies you can get up to with the old new camera suite. But this is a void heart which you can discover out in the black. This is from South 333, by the way. I should probably say that. We're going right into the detail. That's
right crazy. So it actually does have all of the gaps then that lets you.
Yeah, you can actually get through them.
Float on through. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, really cool, says chat. People are liking that one.
It's going to be some great stellar screenshots that you could do with this.
Mm-hmm. That's true, actually. I don't think I've seen one yet. That's from. You could definitely take one from the inside of a heart from looking outwards. Seppi says, "I'm on my way." Nice. Yeah, void hearts are really, really one of the coolest things that you can see in terms of stellar phenomena, in my opinion. I really like it. That is a void heart DPC cat or DP. Okay, next up is a 3D printed Corvette, Bruce. This one's from Southport Bob. They've actually, it's not just a 3D printed Corvette, they've also added these little LED lights, which I think is a nice touch. You can see it at the back there. And then all along the hull. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Really well done.
And then next up, Bruce, talking of 3D prints, this is a full life-size 3D print of a Maverick suit. This one's from Commander Liamacron, who I've definitely pronounced their name multiple times because they've been on stream before, and I probably pronounce it differently every time. So hopefully I'm right one of the times at least. But this is really impressive. This is a full-blown Maverick suit, Bruce.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't even have words for how good this is.
No, I've got a few more
Super
pictures
impressed
of the different sort of parts that they have to print off. There's something about like the shoulder pads particularly look so good to me on the on this like photo. It's crazy. It's really well done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very nice. Well done, Lion Macron, for doing things that I could not dream to do.
Next, I want to see them doing a skit where they're using the Maverick suit to, you know, burn their way into a door or whatever it is, cutting panels.
I hope that at some point we can have another show, like a live show, once the pandemic is closed and stuff, and people can maybe Liamacron can come down or some other people, and we can have like a big group meet of all our commanders in these in these 3D printed suits that they've made up. It'd be really cool. Okay. Next up, we have got, this was actually on Commander Creations last week, but I wanted to show it here as well. Talking of Thargoid human hybrid ships, this is some fan art that's been done by Richard Daborn, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. They've codenamed this, Bruce, Charybdis. Charybdis? Charybbdis. Charybdis. But either way, this is a really, really cool sort of concept that they've put together here.
Charybdis.
Richard Daborn is the artist behind this one. They've called it Charybdis, the Thargoid/human hybrid ship. Well, Paul is suggesting Charybdis, which may actually be more accurate. Yeah, that's not the print. A lot of people in chat are actually giving me maybe it's something that is already known. It must be Charybdis.
Focusing less on the name, the art itself is brilliant. I like this a lot.
Very nice.
Sorry, just having too much fun trying to pronounce the name, but actually turning our attention to the image itself. This is really nice art.
Yes.
Really nice artwork.
Yeah, that's all our Commander creations or community creations this week. What we do have next is some stellar screenshots, Bruce. So should we jump in as always?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favourite moments of the week.
Indeed. So, first things first, we've got this one from Commander Afseer. Really well, what's the word? Framed shot. There's a lot of scale you're getting in this one, chat. I'm using all the buzzwords. You're getting a lot of scale from this image. You've got the planet in the background. You've got the fleet carrier in the foreground. Very nice. Very nicely done.
Yeah, this is a really good image. Big fan of this.
Well done.
Bonus points, actually, I don't know if I'm going to get told off for saying this. Probably not. I think it's fine. We actually liked the image so much that I've seen it appear in some of our own presentations internally. Just as like, so you know how you'll have like a PowerPoint or whatever it is, a Word document, a PDF, you'll have some words and then maybe an image just to spice things up. It looked that good. It's been used in that way internally as well.
Yep. Very, very nice. Well done, Afseer. Next up, this one's from Commander John Kriegerman. Looks like they found a mega ship. Chat might actually know which one this is. In between two planets that has been attacked by Thargoid. Maybe it's one of the ones that has got a narrative tied to it. I just can't quite tell. Someone in chat will 100% know for sure. Colin Ford said the fleet carrier's upside down in the other image. There's no upside down in space. Overlooked, says chat. For this one, yeah, makes sense. Very nice image though. Nice, nice shadow that they've got on the timing they've got on this image. See a DBX? Really?
Spot the DBX. First one to find it wins, Zach. Go.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's right in the
middle.
foreground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got it at the same
I can't
time.
point it out to you, chat, but it's if you look at the in between the two sort of cargo pods, you'll just about see it. It's pretty much the same color. Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah.
Very nice.
If you look up from sort of the Elite logo between
that's
John and Kriegerman, then you'll find it.
Very nice. Okay, next up, this one is from Commander JPC 1023. They have caught this at an absolute pristine time to get this snapshot. I mean, the mixture of colours and lighting in this image is just spectacular. Really well done. And obviously, they've got a nice asp in the foreground, as always.
Yes, that's a clean image, I would say.
Very, very nice. Really like it. Okay, next up, we've got this one from a commander who I'm not going to say the name live on stream, but you can have a look if you want. But either way, well done to this commander, who has put together a very, very nicely shot lighting of this SRV. I'm trying to... Is that 2 stars in the background?
It looks like it. I think you're right. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Two very bright light sources there.
Yeah.
And the commander looking up at them, which is, we don't encourage, by the way, unless you have.
Yeah. Try to avoid.
No, never look at stars, actually.
Yeah. Tatooine, a lot of people say in the chat, potentially, That's a different galaxy, but who knows? Okay, next up, this one is from Commander Monohive. This one is really clever. They've got the full-on shadow effect, chat, like the full-on 100% shadow effect on this one.
Yeah.
Looks like the star is probably setting or rising, and they've captured it perfectly with the sort of biological on the left, commander, and then the SRV. Really nice.
This one's actually fantastic. I really like this. Like you say, the silhouette effect is so clean. Even with the highlights on the SRV wheels, which they managed to get perfectly side on, it makes the whole thing look almost 2D.
Yep.
Creating a really, really cool effect.
Yep. A lot of people in chat saying 2D Elite Dangerous. It's true. Really cool. Paul says Halloween colours, which is always a plus for Paul. Probably why he chose it, actually. But either way, very nice. Nice for a desktop wallpaper. I agree, Fishbone. Okay, next up, this one is from Commander Razgriz 76. They've got a pretty wacky paint job on that. I can't even tell what ship that is from here. Looks like a...
Is it a Python? I think the angle and the paint job are making it difficult to tell.
I think it might not be a pipe. Maybe it is. Chat, you tell us as always. Conda. Wait for some more Condas. Conda. Yeah, it's a Conda. Definitely an anaconda. But either way, nice. You can tell from the engines, I think. Even apart from the ship, the sort of system they've discovered here is pretty nice. Looks like an Earth-like, and then a very, very close planet behind it.
Yeah, nice shot. Big fan of this.
Okay, next up, this one is from Commander Routine Proof 3. Looks like they've been out possibly on a bit of Fargoid hunting, Bruce. They've got the old logo there, and the nice paint job again on this one. This is that wireframe paint job that we were talking about a few weeks back. But it's actually really nice. I really like it.
Yeah, this is very cool. I like that a lot. That's slick.
Very nice. Next up, this one's from Commander Shihi. They've found one of these really photogenic planets, Bruce, with the vast mountain ranges and the nice atmospherics. They've got a pretty sweet. I'm trying to figure out. Come on, chat. What ship is this? It looks a bit like a Type 9 to me, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, Type 9, Type 10, maybe. I like how they've framed the shot and angled it, so it's almost like we're sat on the top or stood on top of the ship.
Yeah.
Looking out into the distance.
Type 9 says chat. Defender says off. Type 10 maybe. One of the two. I'm pretty sure it's a Type 9 or a Type 10.
Nice use of the Dutch angle as well, might I add. Yes.
Indeed. Next up, this one's from Commander Shroom Dilla. They've got this almost... Now, this is the kind of thing of... key art. So this is very much Elite Dangerous key art. This is the sort of thing that you'll see in the past, I guess, especially that I can think of pictures in particular that we've probably put out that look almost exactly like this in terms of how you've got the light in here, Shroomdilla, amongst the sort of asteroid belt. It looks really nice.
Yeah, really good. It actually reminds me even of the banner image that we have on our
Yeah,
own
that's what I was
YouTube
thinking
channel.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice. Okay, and last but not least this week, we've got Commander Sorkville Raven. Looks like they've come across I'm assuming that's a space anomaly, chat. But I might be wrong. I think it is. Just because I've seen similar space anomalies, but chat, you might be able to correct me. But either way, pretty nice image. Purple hue. Yes, I'm aware it's an adder. There's Travis, thanks Travis. Yeah, a lot of people saying it is a space anomaly. Steve A says, any reward for submitting an image? Bruce, that's your cue. What are the awards, the rewards for submitting an
Sure.
image?
So every image that we feature as one of our stellar screenshots receives one of 3 exclusive paint jobs that you won't get elsewhere. They're for the ASP Explorer. They are shatter paint jobs. So a big chunk, sort of, normally it would be black, and sort of creating the illusion that sort of a big chunk has been ripped off your ship. On these variants, that section is actually colored in. And like I said, there are 3 versions, the acid green, lava orange, and ice blue versions. They're really clean looking. So yeah, nice to have.
Josar says that is Goku's Kamehameha. It actually looks more like a spirit bomb, if you want to get technical, but I'll accept either way. Okay, that is the end of our stellar screenshots, and that is the end of our community stuff. So we've actually got 15 minutes left, Bruce. Is it worth us jumping into the game for a little bit?
100%. I'm actually excited for today's challenge.
Okay, 1 second. Let me switch over. Okay, give me 1 second, chat. Hopefully... Okay, there we go. We're in. So, myself and Bruce are in the old Koi 1701 system, which may be familiar to some of you who have been, following up to date. Maybe you're an explorer. Maybe you like the science part of Elite Dangerous. So the Koi 1701 system, Bruce is not going to kill me, I don't believe. He's probably actually going to end up killing himself on this while we play this.
Thanks, Zach.
So will I, don't worry. This is, as you can see in the background, that is Koi 1701 1. And that is a planet that is not only, I believe, insanely hot, also has a gravity of 45G, which should probably make it very, very difficult for probably not the best pilots in myself and Bruce to manage to land on. So we'll give it a whirl. That's the plan anyway. We're going to try and land on there. Bruce is in Sally's ship. He's in the pink Cobra. So if it does go down, chat, make sure to at Sally and tell her that Bruce has destroyed her ship live on stream. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best to take care of it and bring her down softly with a delicate touch. But yeah, 45 Gs actually makes this planet the highest gravity known planet.
I believe so,
right?
By a distance. Chat, because I remember we did this a few weeks ago where we landed on high G planets. Chat, what is the next highest? Can someone in chat remind me at some point? Sean says, what's the status on update 7? Did I miss the news? That'll be coming tomorrow, 11 AM BST, update 7. 11 says Mike TV. The old highest G. So if the jump was from 11 to 45, yeah, 11 was the highest, it looks like, Bruce, before this one was discovered. So we're in for a treat, I would say.
After a certain number of Gs, it's all the same, really, isn't it?
Okay, well, in that case, let's head over to the planet.
Okay, I will attempt to follow you in, but also there's a level of, trying not to splatter.
Yeah, that's fine. Just do whatever makes sense. I'm mass locked right now.
Any tips, chat? Any advice for what we're about to attempt?
So if I remember correctly, you kind of want to cruise in almost like you're on you're flying a plane.
Right. Don't point downwards, stay level, go slow. Yeah, these are all sensible things for people to say.
Don't look down.
Don't look down, don't blow up. Lots of things not to do.
Point down and spam boost. Probably not wise. So Dale says, "Think the planet is not actually 45G." Well, I'm already at 30G, which is pretty pretty high either way. Patience is your friend. Okay. How are you doing, Bruce? I'm assuming you're behind me.
I don't know where I am in relation to you. Oh no, we're pretty close. So I'm 1.64 mm away
Nice.
from you. But you're much further down than I am. But like I say, I will try and stay. What kind of speed are you moving at?
60 kilometers per second, but I'm slowing down as I approach, just by
Okay.
naturally.
I'll try and stay within a reasonable range because we might be able to meet up on the planet's surface, but that's an additional challenge that
Sure.
I'm not sure how that will go.
I'm gonna put my pips in shields, chat. I don't know whether that's wise.
That's a good question. Where should our pips be,
I'm
chat?
putting 4 in shields, 2 in engine.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to try full engine, 2 in systems. I feel like more engine control will be important.
Four engine, 2 system is what chat is suggesting.
Okay. Still actually pretty far away from the...
Yeah, but I think it will... Once you get through the old
Once you pass
barrier.
the line, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to suck you in. Colin Ford is taking odds on how much of a splat Zach makes. Wow.
Now, I don't know whether this is like a placebo, but I can feel I'm not moving up as swiftly, but maybe that's just me in my head.
I'm actually gaining on you quite a lot.
I'm completely
What's your speed now?
2.7, but I'm maxed out.
Okay. So I've actually been able to keep quite close to you so far. What's your angle of descent?
-10.
-10. Okay. I'm still coming down a bit more steeper than you are, but that's because I'm trying to reach your level. Are you turning?
No,
Okay.
shouldn't be. People think that I'm going to crash here, which is probably likely.
Okay, I've entered glide.
I didn't even glide. I didn't even get the option to glide, so I'm probably in a bit of trouble.
Oh no. Zach, no. No, I'll be alright. Be alright.
I am not slowing down, which is frightening, considering I'm at 0 throttle right now. I wasn't glide. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm fine.
Oh, have you just exited glide?
Yeah.
What should angle of descent be, chat? At the moment, I'm at -5, and glide is now aborting.
I think once glide ends, kill engines. If I kill my engines, am I still going to go down?
I feel like I'm not really going down much anymore.
Neither am I. I am slowly dropping.
I feel like I'm so far away from the surface.
People think that it's fine to just turn off
Is it-
flight assist.
Oh, you really start to drop when flight assist is off. Yes, I've seen this technique before. Oh, right, now I'm really going downwards. Okay. Okay.
You
Yeah,
okay?
I'm falling. I'm falling for sure. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you done for?
I crashed, but I survived.
Oh, that's positive.
Crash landing.
Oh, I'm going down. I'm going down. I tried to boost out of it.
Nose up and boost. Yeah, that's what I did. I was able to take some of the spice off the. Yeah.
Victory, chat. It's still trying to pull me down ever so slowly, but I think I'm fine.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I landed it. I'm at 100% hull. You know?
Hey, good job. Well done, man.
How better could you do than that? You know?
Clean.
Bruce made. Oh no, you are destroyed, Bruce. Did we lose?
I made it, but then I tried to sort of boost my way over to you before my shields had come back.
Right.
And yeah, I did take a knock. So after my initial slap down, I was on 14%, and I should have been maybe a bit more cognizant of that. But that's okay.
It looks like I can deploy an SRV on here. I'm just kind of scared. If I was out here on foot, I would just immediately die. But maybe we can. Let's see what happens if we can boost up. You know, it's gonna pull us right back down.
Yeah, you're just gonna stick to the
no.
ground, I think.
No, flying the other way. I hit my ship. Oh, I think I just hit a rock. What is the system name? This is KOI 1701. And the planet is number 1. Uh-oh. Right, let's try and do a bit of SRV fliving, as they like to call it. Oh, no, it's not possible. You really cannot get any kind of...
Can't get any air.
No. You can whilst you have the sort of thrust in the SRV engines, but then after that, you lose it. You go straight back down.
Did you use the FA off trick to sort of lower your altitude?
I toggled FA off for about 2 seconds, and that was enough for me to then be unable to stop myself from going down.
Right.
Pension is screaming right now. Yeah, it probably is. I wonder if I can take off.
So I've seen some people in the chat saying taking off is actually a bit more difficult than it might normally be.
Come on, ship, you can do this. Okay, we're up. It took a while.
You have liftoff.
But you really have to like hold it. You cannot stop the thrusters or you go back down.
That's crazy.
In fact, I might struggle. I reckon I could probably like charge my FSD and get out of here, but where are you? Are you
so I'm actually making a second run to try and join you.
Oh, okay.
Giving it another go.
Let me see if I can't stay on the planet to see your approach.
Okay. I'm actually, thing is, I'm approaching a bit more recklessly than I did the last time, just to get there a bit more quickly.
MJ Reese says, what's the G? It's 45G. You can see it in the bottom right, hopefully on the street. Just the numbers on. I'm trying to point to the screen like you can see it, MJ Reese, but it's above the sort of shield percentage. You'll see 3 numbers. You'll see the 45G there.
Okay, I'm just hovering above the yellow line.
Okay. You might be quite far away from me.
Yeah, about 500 clicks at the moment, so I'm going to try and hover and get a bit closer before I enter glide. More recklessly, so a bigger splat? I hope not. I think I sort of pushed the limit of splat that was possible without blowing up last time, so I don't think I could afford any more. The bit I have to go easier on is the switching to FA off to sort of go down.
Apparently you just literally split less than a second. I think
Just need to feather it, yeah. Well, we're a bit closer now. Almost within gliding range. Okay, really sharpening my descent now just to enter glide.
See you later, Fishbone. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm close.
I saw that we have. Sorry, Zach. Oh wow, I exited glide very early. You might have to sort of meet me halfway because now I'm just flying in normal space speed.
Right. Okay. I'm 90 kilometers out from you, I think, unless I'm on your team signal. So.
Okay. I mean, if you fly towards each other, it will go down twice as quick. But yeah, I also still have some altitude to lose. How far off the ground are you?
5 kilometers off the ground, I think.
Okay, that'll be some of the distance.
It looks like you're dropping quite rapidly.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I noticed that also.
Try and put your nose up and boost if you can. But it's looking like you are dropping very fast on my screen.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Oh, I lost you? Oh no, you're back. Okay. I can now see you in the very, very far distance, but you are still going down at a rapid pace.
I think I'm actually lower than you are.
Yeah, you probably are.
At this point. Okay, I'm going to try and slow my rate of descent. I actually think I'm alright. I think it's alright. Colin Ford, Bruce the Brick. Well, yes, if you keep saying things like that.
Okay, I'm seeing you.
Ah, yes, I think
Here
I've
he
got
is,
you
chat.
in sight as well.
What I could do with doing is turning around and not crashing while I do so. Oh, it's over for me, Bruce.
Oh no, I saw you sort of zoom past and take a sharp turn. I mean, you're higher up than I am, so I think you're in the most danger.
Let's see if we can save it. No, I'm
Oh,
down.
I just saw that slap down.
I tried to turn around. Chat warned me not to turn around. I did it anyway.
Ignored all the signs.
Well, we can. Bruce, tell us. We won't end the stream until we see whether you land or not, Bruce. Don't worry.
Okay, no pressure then. I'm very close. I'm 100 meters above the surface.
Okay.
Slowing down as much as possible now.
Exclamation point Bruce in the chat. Let's see if we can make it.
Oof. Okay, yes, we got touchdown. Nice.
And are you landed? Are you down, or did you bounce?
I slapped a little bit,
Okay.
but I'm at 90% hull.
Oh, that's fine.
And I've landed.
Nice. There we go. 2 successes,
yeah.
I would count that as.
Both done it, yeah. Well shaft with that.
Yep. Cool. Well, in that case, I'll move us back to our own screen. And there we go. Thank you everyone for joining us. CM dies on stream. Bruce was present, says the burpit. Yep, it's true.
See, now that's fake news, Mr. Byrne. That's misleading.
Okay, so before we go, as a quick wrap up, we went through a lot of some of the patch notes that have come in to update 7 tomorrow. Obviously, stay tuned tomorrow at 11 a.m. BST, which is when we're planning for the update to go live, both on Odyssey, and there'll be some quality of life changes that go into Horizon 2. If you wanted to see that again, a recap on, just watch a VOD of today's stream, which will go up pretty shortly after we finish streaming. Other news, there will be a post that goes up this afternoon / this evening, likely on power play income changes that are going to be coming tomorrow. So keep an eye out on that if you're interested in power play. Other things we want to mention, there will be an exploration-focused community goal on Thursday, alongside a competition where you'll be able to get your commander name, inside the game through a tourist beacon. Boy32 says, what about consoles? The Horizons update will be coming to consoles too. And finally, we're still looking for stunts for the Elite Sports Stunt Show, so make sure to use !stunt in the chat on Twitch to figure out how you can submit your entry for that.
Yep, and if you're on YouTube, all the details are in a pinned post in the news section of the forums.
Indeed. Okay, well, in that case, Bruce, any final words to sign off on today's stream?
Not really, other than to say thank you very much for having me on, Zach, and thank you all for watching. As always, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. 07, and take care, everyone, until Thursday, where Arthur and Sally will be playing through Update 7 content.
Yep. So until then, chat, be safe, enjoy space, and please, we'll try and find someone to raid. So as usual, be very nice and kind and friendly to the person that we do raid, as we expect to everybody. And until next time, 07.
07, Commanders.